The world order has completely fallen apart. There are no rules of international law. There is a huge measure of cover-up. And if something dominates in international politics, it is power, and often power of military nature. And in times like these, a small country like Slovakia is struggling very hard. And if everything is different, we also have to adapt and enjoy similar events like a few drops of rain or the cooling that we feel now in these hours. The government of the Slovak Republic has decided to take the path of rational foreign policy, which is oriented on all four sides of the world, with full respect for our membership in the European Union and the North Atlantic Alliance. Let us not pretend and not hide the truth. We have pretended for 20 years that we are the most beautiful, the wisest, and that we know everything best in the world. And we immediately found out that we were preceded by other regions of the world. We look at China with envy. We look at India with envy. We look at the global south with envy. Competitiveness? The return to the place where the European Union has always been very strong in the past must be a priority of the cooperation of the B4 countries and the Slovak presidency. And within that, of course, the fight for reasonable energy prices. Mario Draghi, in his speech, spoke very precisely about competitiveness. The most urgent problem of competitiveness of the European Union are high energy prices. If this is the most urgent problem, let's react to this problem. The second priority of the Slovak presidency will be the expansion of the European Union. Again, allow me the normal Slovak language. In our opinion, the time has come when we want to pull Serbia by the nose. Just as the time has come when someone thinks that it is possible to skip the three best prepared states to enter the European Union. And these states, as you well know, are Montenegro, Albania, and Serbia. I do not believe in symbols such as in 2088, we should be 28. If someone is ready to enter the European Union, if we take these three countries, we know that if I am talking about economic strength and the number of inhabitants, they cannot significantly influence the life in the European Union. It should be our duty to welcome these countries as soon as possible. The European Union needs a huge amount of healthy reason and fresh blood, and I am convinced that countries such as Montenegro, Albania, and Serbia can bring such healthy reason and fresh blood. Let me be open. I want to talk about Ukraine. We respect the interests of Ukraine to become a member state of the European Union, but no exceptions and no shortcuts. The three pillars of the Slovak presidency must meet all the requirements when it comes to entering this prestigious international organization. We are ready to help Ukraine in this spirit with our experience. The expansion of the European Union must therefore be a significant priority for the Vyšehradské Fourth and the Slovak presidency. The third pillar of the Slovak presidency will be practical questions and practical cooperation. I have already pointed out that we have been very successful in migration policy, but beware, there is a serious issue ahead of us, and that is the question of approving the new distribution of the European Union. If I use the rhetoric from the European Union again, no one understands it. Despite the fact that I belong to a very narrow group of prime ministers within the European Union who support dialogue, and the vast majority of member states of the European Union support war in Ukraine, I will do everything in my power to make the Vyšehradské Fourth a peaceful embassy. I am finally aware of this. Again, I remind you that I have been in politics for too long to be formal. Today, practically, the Western world is at war with the Russian Federation. If we take a huge number of professionally paid mercenaries who serve in the territory of Ukraine and who today serve significant arms that are used in this conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that we are in a glorious atmosphere, we are not going crazy. We are doing everything in our power to ensure that the situation in the territory of Ukraine will never turn into a conflict of greater reason. The Slovak Republic will follow a peaceful path and a peaceful policy, dialogue, Maintaining context will be what I will emphasize as the chairman of the Vyšehradska group. Let us succeed. If we were once strong, then we did not exist.